Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
So a video is going viral of Trick Daddy explaining why he refers to identify as black instead of African American.
I'm trying to figure out how Afro get in front of my mother race. I ain't never been to Afro color. I never been to Africa. Afro or Africa. Never been there. I'm not from Africa. I'm born and raised in Goose, Florida. I'm born in Goose, raised in Liberty City in the Poker Bean Project. I ain't never went to Africa. I ain't thinking about going there. And I heard it's a beautiful place. Yeah. And I know it's the motherland, yes. But not my mother, not her mother, and not her mother's mother. That ain't their land. America's real true land is right here in the U.S. soils.
Now, African American refers to an ethnicity, specifically people with ancestry from the African continent. Now, the term African American also became a default term because it was more appropriate to use rather than Negro or colored. Now, black refers to a racial identification that came after slaves were transported to America. A lot of the time, these terms are used interchangeably. However, some people do not identify with the term African American and would just prefer to be called black.
Yeah, so a lot of people in the comments of the video agreed with Trick Daddy in his take for different reasons. They said not having a personal connection with Africa besides heritage, not being sure where exactly your lineage comes from, since some people's ancestry may come from the Caribbean or other areas, so it's not fair to lump us all together, but Africans were also shipped to the Caribbean. That's a whole nother conversation. Identifying more with black culture that was built in America rather than African culture. Some people say, why do we have to be called African American when white people are not called European American? And then some people even said that true African people don't even accept us, meaning blacks, as their own because we are so far removed from the culture.
So this morning we want to know if you prefer to be called black or African American and why. Call us up now, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Gary, let's start out with you.
Yeah. I mean,
go ahead.
I don't relate to none of what y'all said because my birth certificate say Negro.
Mine too.
So mine say Negro, so am I a Negro American? And where does Negro come from?
But that don't mean I am just because it's on the birth certificate. That's what the white folks put on the birth certificate over there at UAB Hospital.
Yeah, and then Charity in Opelousas. So, but it say Negro.
I thought, especially what's your birth certificate say?
Negro.
I promise to God, that's what's on there, right?
Yeah.
Had they changed it when you was born?
Yeah, it said Negro, but I got mine updated to black.
How did you do that?
I didn't really care. When you lose your birth certificate and you get a new one, they don't put Negro on it no more.
Yeah, they don't do Negro no more. But I prefer white people call me African American. Black people can call me black.
I mean, yeah, I'm that's kind of where I am. Maria, what about you?
I mean, it's tricky for me. It's because I'm biracial. So some black people don't even consider me black because my mother's from the Philippines. So I think that the way we define blackness is so polarizing because some people feel like both of your parents have to be black for you to be considered black. And then there's a one drop rule, you know. But I mean, I've always grown up with the black side of my family. My father's from St. Louis. My whole family's from Detroit. And I've grown up with the black experience. You know, my grandma in the back cleaning chitlins and, you know, all of that. So,
what about you, Brett?
I almost don't care because I'm just so used to whatever people say or African American, black. I mean, I'm black, but I would prefer to be brown since I'm brown. I mean, but that's not an option. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Right. Now all of us gonna get dragged. Oh my God!
I know. I hate this. It's so hard.
It's like no matter what you do or what you say, you're gonna get dragged. Somebody gonna have a problem with it. All right, let's go to the phones. 866-9-RICKY. Good morning.
My name is Dean, calling from Macon. I identify myself black because actually I'm not from Africa. I'm from the state.
My name is Mia. I am calling from Orlando, Florida, and I prefer the term black instead of African American because I feel like that's just a label that was placed on those of just colored skin when things were going on. Not everyone, yes, okay, we all somewhat derived from Africa, but everyone isn't directly from there. I prefer to be called black, and the reason I prefer to be called black is because I grew up in the civil rights era where we were coming out of a period of time where we were called different, and I prefer to be called black. Now, I did marry someone that is from the continent of Africa, and he was born there, and I have 2 sons. I consider my sons African American.
Daniel Collar from Houston. I don't mind being called black because on my birth certificate, I was called black, and all of a sudden, everybody want to identify us being African Americans now.
Hi, my name is Ashley. I'm calling from Dallas, and I prefer to be called black. I've never been to Africa before, so there's no point of adding the title to something I haven't even been to.
This is James Speaks, and I'm calling from Greenville, South Carolina, and I prefer to be called black. I know my roots run deep in Africa, but I've never been there.
What if we change Black Tony to African American Tony?
It wouldn't. Nah, not the same. No, not the same.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good? Hey, African American Tony, where you at? We're gonna see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him that. I'm gonna call him that if he call in sick tomorrow to see if he gonna snap. Hey, African American Tony, where you at?
Yeah, he gonna cuss you out,
Really
dog.
flow.
It don't really flow. Yeah, African American Tony, where you at?
It's a little jumbled.
All right, if y'all can get through, y'all hit us up on our website. Hit us up at Rickey Smiley Morning Show. That's right, RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. More show coming up.